Good evening. Welcome to the 82nd Legion. We're bringing to you tonight another round of Invader League. Thanks, Krugar, for joining us this evening. Give me just a moment as we get everything set up and taken care of this evening. I'm running just a little bit behind, was waiting on dinner to finish up. And we have a unique setup here tonight. And it is payload rollout with clear conditions. Somebody's going to leave here going into the grand final round, as this is one of the last matches of regionals. We've joined them mid-deployment here. So first things first, let's take a look at Luke Cook's list. And it is Aden with a DLT-20 sniper config. 2 shores, 2 mortars, naked as jailbirds. Some T-21 ISF units with auto push ×2. 1 Imperial Special Forces, aka Inferno Squad, with Dale and Gideon. 3 bikes, naked as the day they was rolled off the assembly line. And for B's, we've got Krennic, Vader with choke, push, tenacity, and into the fray. You know, those surge tokens can help him live here. Shores naked, shores with smokes, a couple of mortars, 3 Dubecks with tenacity and the T-21B, so we can deal a little bit of damage on his way in. And let's take a look at the map here. Seeing a whole bunch of cover. Luke getting creative with some bike placement. And if you're interested in joining me to co-host this evening, I'm going to be hopping into the Legion Discord server in an empty chat here in just a moment, and we will get you live on stream with me this evening. Double checking some stuff on desktop audio here real quick. So B's measuring out a couple odds and ends, and with payload, let's figure out where the objective markers are. Where is Luke trying to get to? B is getting that 3rd mortar placed just where he wants it. I have lost my chat window. Alright, so we got some pillars behind the skiff, And then there is a fountain back here that is Luke's objective. So there's an entire possibility that they could just about pass each other, and the only thing they're doing is taking a few pop shots along the way. Appreciate that, Zodiac. I thought Doc Velo was going to be joining me for the call this evening, but work has interfered. My turtle decided he wanted to make a splash. This could be an exercise in odd and triple bikes this evening. I did manage to get some magnet guards built earlier while on the clock at work. What I would give for a streamer to have the ability to use the range tool. Or really just the ruler. Bees trying to find a safe space for Krennic. You know, them white saves just are not going to survive against the double rainbow of a bike. Bees seeing the point to throw down a whole bunch of arrows. Now Luke does have a huge open spot here for some infiltrate shenanigans with the ISF. But it doesn't look like he's going to. It's just going to be a mild scout from the looks of it with the Imperial Special Forces. I'd believe that, Krugar. I really do. You have some experience with it, so it's well, against it. Luke dropping a unit of ISF around some bikes here. Dewback #1 going down for bees. Seems to be blocking it in with some troopers here. seeing where range 3 puts him. Uh, no crew guard because it is not a vehicle. All right. Yeah, if creature troopers was considered vehicles, then most definitely. Yeah, there's always those afterthoughts there, Krugar. Nope. I think rollout would be a lot more favorable if it was just supports and heavies. Um, Tauntauns would like to have a chat with you at the free range 1 deployment out of a deployment zone. So would Staps, but Staps are considered a vehicle. So Luke trying to figure out where he's going to drop this other unit of ISF at. Trying to get him in the best place that he can. Yeah, I'd like to see Vader win this one. But then again, I might be a little biased. Go Cats. Coming up tomorrow afternoon, I've got some magic pre-release kits for the new Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate set to crack open on stream. So we're going to crack 3 of those bad boys open tomorrow evening once I get home from work at some point in time. And we may be going live from Dice Head Games in Cleveland, Tennessee. For those that listen to the Stabcast, you might recognize it. And Luke has got the next unit of ISF down. Bees is going to the second dewback. Give me some orange. I'm been short from taking on the entire Stabcast in tournaments there in the last 2 months, and had the opportunity to get a game in against Ben, but pairings didn't work out that way. I am working on something new list wise. I've had my fun with double bust, double FD cannon as of late. Aiden going on top. Looks like he's going to put Aiden on top of this tower over here. And nope, that was just a thought. You're not wrong. Of course, if I'd beat Will round one, the odds for the Ben game round three would have been a lot better. I'm I'm gonna be a. I'm just having a hard time deciding which faction that I'm fixing to play. Because since the first of the year, all I have played has been droids and rebels. I'd like to roll some red defense dice for a change. And clones, they're just not in a good spot, but we've got so many clones players at my store that it ain't even funny. My kid has a clone army in progress. Just kind of curious to see what happens here. I am trying to put the gang back together. Me, Drew, and we're probably even going to bring my kid in for some Rocky Top Open recap one night this week. Oh, the Black Sun syndicates are going to be so good. Uh, the the Magnas are definitely worth it. And I like the fact that they build up nice out of the box without a whole lot of effort. I feel like the legs could use just a touch of work, but the current droid list I'm tinkering with is Magnas, Double Spotter, Double Sniper, 6B1s with E5C, and Kalani. And I feel like I'm now down to the last Rebel player at all at my local store. B's dropping the third dewback here. Doobie doobie doo, where are you? I've got some guns to blow you away with. One of my speakers showed up for my bus, and it's not much bigger than the tip of a pinky finger. Now I'm waiting on the soundboard and battery pack to arrive so I can finish adding lights and sound to the bus. Sweet Tooth needed more goodies. And then once we get Sweet Tooth done, I think we're going to follow it up with Midnight. B's doing a range check on some ISF. Looks like Luke's just setting them out. And then we'll get them repositioned here in a moment. And Luke dropping Vader. Or B's dropping Vader. Figuring out where he wants Vader to be the most effective at. And Vader can burst, get to the middle. Alright. Luke making a mortar a captain or a commander here. Auden as an operative. So in 2 weeks, I've went against two of the most unique lists that you could possibly go against. Last week was a operative Vader commander, 3 snipers, 6 storms with HH-12s and specialists or captains, one of the two, whatever gives them the free aim token. And then this past Saturday, 6 rebel troopers with an ion. Yeah, 2 weeks in a row, I've had games go against super anti-armor list end exactly how you think they should. When you skew it, it can be decent. All right, looks like we're going into turn 1. B's with the insta ready on the command card. So it looks like we're waiting. We're trying to figure out how to spawn clocks here. If you're in chat and you know, let me know so I can share the deets. Uh, that's a good question there. There we go. We have some chess clocks. So let's zoom in and get some command card action here. Assault versus Assault, Battle of the Three Pips. The wittiest of wits. Let's go to the red die and see what Luke rolls. And it is a blank, given priority to bees, whose passing order tokens out to shores and mortars, leaving Vader, Krennic, and Dewbacks in the bag. Thank you, Zodiac. Lord 17C. Tabletop simulator, I don't think you ever master it. You just get good enough with it that it don't bother you anymore. Thank you for joining us this evening for a chat. Commander KCQ. No. Thank you, Hob. Gas prices are definitely prohibitive to want to go play at the local store. If my local store wasn't on the way home, it would be a totally different story. So it looks like Bees is on the clock, activating a mortar, doing a range check, aim, shooting. Who's he putting a shot into here? Looks like he's going after some bikes, because it's about all he's got in range and line of sight. I didn't make singular limbs either. It's okay. And B's just taking a standby with a mortar, setting up some traps for Luke to drive into. Luke bringing out some shore troopers here, getting them a little better positioned. Was it really that ballsy to not run Darkness Descends? Is Infiltrate with Vader really that good? I can't justify it, but, then again, I'm not a top tier player. Yeah, I mean, Reliable 2 is nice, and I give you that, because that is a whole lot of surge tokens. Luke double moving some shores. Veers doing an aim standby with another mortar. Setting the trap. It looks like Luke has went with a mortar and set his own trap with another aim standby on a mortar. This time it's his captain or commander. B's pulling yet another aim standby on a mortar. Let's see here. Auden has been pulled from the bag. Or the stack. Give me the stack. Auden taking a look to see what she wants to shoot at. Looks like she's going to try and pop a standby off a mortar here. Instead, Auden puts a shot in a dewback. Yes, I will definitely get a dice window up. Alright. B's getting some shore troopers out and about. Appreciate that, Zodiac. I was riding the struggle bus for some reason on that. Not sure why. Hey, there we go. Both players being really proficient with the clock so far. Total of about 8 minutes used so far in this game. And there we go. Hey, yeah, I have not been casting many games this year. I've got to put a lot of real table games on the internet as of late. All right, Luke moving the first set of bikes out and about. There's a compulsory. Oh, most definitely. Real table's the only way to play. Yeah, I'm better on a real table than I am on TTS, and that don't say much. And we got a couple of mortars looking like they're getting ready to trigger some standbys. So, first mortar shot. 1 crit, 1 hit. Spin the aim, reroll, looking for some crits or a surge. What's our cover situation here? I know it's cover 1 because of speeder 1. Ground vehicle open, light cover. And 2 crits coming into the box. Cover don't matter when it's crits. And the box take a wound. See what happens next here. And it looks like a mortar makes 2 saves, takes the suppression. Don't believe the other one that he has here has the ability to see to spin the token. I could be wrong. Nope. Does not have line of sight. Looks like Bees is pulling a trooper unit out of the bag here, getting them set up in a slightly better location. And he's going to try and get just range 3 on the bike, so he can put a 4-man squad into it. Should be heavy cover, I believe. And Krugar, I wish you the best of luck with that right now. And it is most definitely understandable that you're avoiding IRL events for the time being. There's a smoke token down over here. For some additional cover along the way. You know, that was a concern considering I work in a call center, and if I come back with a little bit of coming back with con crud gets me days off that I would rather not have. Bees putting 3 down to 1 into the box. Box take another wound. So that unit of box is almost at half health. The back bike has 2 wounds on it, while the front bike is still unwounded at the moment. Lord, that is completely understandable, sir. Uh, I had COVID back in January. It wasn't fun. And I see we've got a good sized crowd hanging out with us tonight in chat. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming and hanging out with us. And looks like a Special Forces token has come out of the bag for Luke. Getting a slightly better reposition and see if he can get a shot on somebody. Same. I'm pretty sure my kid brought it home from school. You know, he only brought it home once. I kind of feel good about that this school year. Luke getting this ISF unit repositioned here just a touch better. Trying to maximize that cohesion. Drop it like a tot or until it fits. You ain't kidding. I've had some. Mine's brought home some stuff that's made me cry more than once. B's pulling another ISF, or not IS, Shore Trooper unit out. Going to make a move and see if he can't get a shot in on this unit of bikes over here and get another wound in on him. So Shore's having aim. Keeping them in that heavy cover over here with a smoke grenade and the area terrain. B's definitely rolling the more offensive dice here. We like it when we see attack dice rolled. Stuff's happening. Things go boom. Stuff goes in. When things go boom, commentators are happy. So I just realized that I'm going to have to make a drink run here in the very near future. As much as I enjoy a good whiskey and bourbon, having a Coke to help it is just that much better. Another crit going into the box. Now Luke has lost a bot going into this early. We've had a total of 4 wounds done this game. Dewback took one earlier. Luke's on the clock. He's got another ISF unit coming out of the bag. And doing some hippity-hoppity repositioning shenanigans. Let's see what kind of shot they get here in just a moment and what they take it at. Doing the old measuring so some stuff can't get shot by dewbacks on their way out. Bring Invader out. Bees is. Looks like the bag wasn't super helpful to him. Is Reflexes on there? Nope. Push and choke. And I can see these guys are being very liberal with the time clocks this evening. Yeah, I was looking at that as well, Krugar. Um, but there is a pathway out for the deuce. The orange one has the greatest chance of hitting the red squad on the way out. And mortars are far enough apart that it's not that big a deal. It's this red squad with the orange, it's going to be tricky. Not gonna lie, I'd like to see a very quick game between these two this evening, because 8 a.m. or 6 a.m. beckons early in the morning. And it looks like we're getting a rules reference check here. Depends on what the definition of go fast is. I did have quite a few games that was over in less than 2 hours at Rocky Top. Some of which not by my choice. Um, when Vader's in your line turn 1 and you forget to score your objective at the end of turn 2, you kind of set yourself up for failure. Let's see. Bees' stack should be nothing more than dewbacks at this point in time. Bringing yellow out. Could almost see the double move here, just so he has a place to bring red out. Orange can stay behind for a turn. I've had a couple of knockdown dragouts over the years. Um, I'm still trying to find somebody that's willing to play 6,400 points again. 3,200 points per side. Done it once. It was a blast. It took 6 hours or 3 hours to play 2 turns. And we turned it into a group teaching game at the same time. No real winners except the Empire. And that was on a real table before Clone Wars released. I haven't added it up lately, but I think I can almost do 1,600 points. Or, hold on, 2,400 points in Rebels right now by myself. Now, Bees, you know you can't put that back on top of that mortar. Because you can't displace an emplacement trooper. Come on now, Bees. You know better. We had 3 players per side. One experienced player on each side and 2 rookies on each side. And the way we played it is it was 3 activations when it become blue team side turn. They activated 3. All 3 of them activated something at once. When it was red team side, all of them activated something at once. Nobody had direct control over any particular unit. You could activate what you wanted. It was just recommended that you listen to the team leader. We occasionally get odd man out situations at the store. So I'll take and build a 1,200 point list and let my 2 opponents have 600 apiece. And we have an absolute blast playing 2v1. They get 6 command cards each to my 6. Well, 7. Blue blanks out on a couple of saves there. Some wounds going in on yet another bike. So Luke is about to be down a bike squad here, depending on what this next dewback can do. Luke activating yet another bike. Zoom, 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 it says. Man, I just wish I could get more Armada games in. But it is super hard to be elbow deep in more than one of these games at a time. Luke cohering a shore trooper out to the front to improve the range from where Bees displaced it. Armada seems expensive at first, and then you look at a ship in Armada and you can buy a core unit and a commander. Yeah, you get 2 for Legion for that price, but no, Legion can get expensive quick depending on what you want to play. I remember back in the day putting Palp, 6 Snows, 2 E-Webs, and a sniper unit on the table. 0 core box units on the table. That list was like $300 just to pilot. I mean, if you want to talk about expensive, let's just go to X-Wing, where the cost of a single ship is the price of a Legion unit. Armada is not competitive for me. I just enjoy putting big ships on the table and making pew pew sounds. 40K, yeah. I don't have that kind of budget. I'm in the process of building a Necron army for 40K. And Luke bringing a bike back here. Does it come back with a wound or 2 wounds on it? Cool, so he brought the bike back with 1 wound left on it. Or the secondary bike has 2. Primary bike has 1. ISF taking a shot into the shores that got displaced. See what the dice roll says. And we got a pause for the calls on the clocks here. Looks like it may be a judge call. So I think we kind of need to check the restore rules here as well. While we're waiting on a ruling here, I think this is a prime time for me to step out and grab a quick drink, and I shall return in just a moment. So it looks like there was a change there of activations on Luke's part. Luke activated a mortar, put a wound on a opposing shore, and for those playing along tonight at the house, it is time for the 82nd Legion drinking game. If you don't know, it's where the captain sees just how many shots he can drink and still remain a sensible host. We don't keep records. The score means nothing. And we're drinking out of some of the finest 82nd Legion drinkware. Yeah, I was thinking it'd come back with one wound instead of two, but I couldn't have been certain on it for sure. So Krennic moving out, try to help support the troops. We're going to pour ourselves a shot of Jack. We don't need much, we just need a little. Snyder, I don't know the full answer to that one, sir. Um, if that had been the case, he probably should have just pulled the two wounds off the lead bike um, instead of trying to restore one just to get the most out of it. Alright, mortar triggering a standby here. Looks like one after cover, and it's a dead bike. So Bees has eliminated a full squad of bikes here before they could be restored. Man, let's not get me started on the droid army and the stuff that we don't have that we really don't need. But I do wanna Vulture Droid heavy. If we get Dark Troopers, do we get Cody back? Alright, taking a shot into a mortar with a bike here. Oh, not a good shot. Looks like it's for one. Nope. B spending a second standby here. Alright. Luke, double rainbow for 5 hits. Aim token. Make it 6. Oof. 3 wounds into a 3 wounds into a dewback. Yellow dewback is taking 3 wounds and now has 2 suppression. B's going to the stack, pulls a dewback. And orange creep it up behind red here. Just so Luke can't throw your stuff out in front of you. I agree with that, Zodiac. And Dewback's just moving into the area terrain there. Looks like he's getting set up to move this cart along this backboard edge here. Not sure where Luke is going with his. And that Dewback just barely gets there. And if he backs it up just a touch, I think he's got it. There you go. Gotta do is hit start. Just a touch over lap there. B's trying to get that do back out in the best of spots here, to where he has all the goodies. You know, I need a stream sponsor. I guess I'm gonna get in contact with Chattanooga Whiskey and Jack Daniels, see who wants to sponsor this show. Not that I need to be drinking heavily or anything. I just need a sponsor. That's all. B's getting that do back lined up for the perfect shot onto a bike. See if he can eliminate a second one here. I am now sponsored by the number 4. I didn't realize I was playing along with Sesame Street here. The count can go on somewhere. Round and round it goes. 1 crit, 2 hits into a do back. Rerolls for a total of 4 down to 2. Dewback has taken a few more wounds. Uh, you know, I might do that here in a moment. I'll do it on my phone, that way we're not interrupting the game with shenanigans. Alright, bike's measuring out what they're about to shoot. Looks like he's going to go for the red shores. Nope. Alright, orange dewback doing the hippie hippie shake. Now, I could see him just running up and bumping into the red shores without displacing them, and taking the shot on the one of these groups of bikes here. Why, bees, why? Don't do that. Krugar, that sounds like a really good experience. I have some coconut rum sitting at my desk at all times. I just did not want coconut rum this evening. Coconut and Coke just don't mix. You give me some coconut rum and pina colada mix, and we have a whole bunch of fun. But this bottle of Jack might not last the night at the rate we're going here. Bees keeps these shenanigans up, we're going to have a whole lot of problems. So Luke trying to whittle down a dewback as Bees has whittled out of unit of bikes. 4 white from a dewback into a bike. Going into purples here. Ouch! Spins name, blanks into blanks for absolutely nothing. That's rough. And B's going to try and finish off a dewback here. Or not B's. Luke trying to finish off a dewback. Sitting at 4. With a total of 6. Dewback is now sitting at 5. 1 to go before it's dead. You know, unlike real life, 3 shots in the head and it's still not dead. Krugar, that's a good question. I do not have a proper answer to that. And as long as the players agree to what is going on, I cannot interfere in any shape, form, or fashion. I've goofed up like that once and I won't do it again. End of round 1. Carnage report. Orange dewback with a wound. Yellow dewback with 5. Luke is down a full unit of bikes. And I don't see any additional wound tokens out at the moment. As far as command cards here, we probably see attack strike from Luke. Bees is going to want to activate these red guys and get them out of the way, out of line of sight. Double move, quick, fast, and in a hurry. You know what? Since we're waiting on command cards here, I don't know if I have a rules reference saved on my computer at the moment. So we're going to go to Atomic Mass Games and pull up some rules documents. Rules reference. Control F. Doing a little bit of measuring here. I could see Luke playing push, but I could also see tack strike to finish off some of these dewbacks he's got wounds into here. But it might not be the right turn for tack strike, so. Krugar, what turn did you see tack strike out of Luke? You know, you're the most recent one with experience here. I mean, do you just sack the bikes here and crash them into Bees' army and see how many bodies you can take out? I mean, I think that's something you can do here. And it is pinned down and Master of Evil. Yeah, Master of Evil is just going to be a fluff here. Using it to get some order tokens out on shores and mortars along with Vader. Yeah, basically push. Yeah, I mean, I see that here. And doing good, Velo, doing good. Glad to see you could join us in chat this evening. Somewhat bloody game early, not quite as bloody as it would like it to be. But this isn't a Rebel v Rebel slugfest either, where there's a grand total of 5 models left on the table. The guy with 3 probably won. Oh my, look at that full house out of a bike. Five down to 4 after armor. Round and round it goes. 1 save, 2 surges, and a dead back. Doobie doo. No longer on the table. So back to our token overlap question that we had just a moment ago. So in the SmokeX keyword, it just states that a smoke token cannot overlap any objective condition, charge, or any other smoke tokens and must be placed on a flat surface. So Luke activated some box, got him out of dodge. B's throwing down yet another smoke token here. Trying to make sure that he gets as much as possible in cover with it. Yep, it's just like a bomb token as it's considered in the rulebook. B's putting a 3-man squad into some box. Gets 1 crit through. Law of averages. Luke's going to save it. That white die had a 100% save rate. He should frame it or clone it and use it again. Alright, getting another unit of box out here. Good. I'm shocked there's not a name shoot move. Because... Alright, is somebody stream watching or what? Spins the aim, rerolls the black dice. We got a total of 3 coming in. Down to 1 because it's a crit. 2 coming in. Save 1, take 1. And he could have threw this guy further ahead just so he couldn't have got the sight on him. B's activating the red shore troopers here. Because they really need to get out of dodge before they're blown to bits. You know, what does the Count and Tequila have in common? They're both in the floor after 4. And we have been kicked out of Steam. Please bear with me for just a moment. As we get things back up and going, it will be just a moment here. I'm going to go to our Be Right Back screen. I should still be alive to chat with us here. And we'll turn down desktop audio. Good old Steam update on a Monday night. I thought that was on Tuesdays that we had Steam updates. No messages from bees yet. I'll let the TTS music play for a moment as we're going through all this. Nobody's complained about audio this evening, so I'm kind of guessing that's a good thing. We're going to give them a few moments to get everything squared away here. I generally have audio issues when I get stuff started, so it's good to hear that it's good right off the rip this evening. Of course, it's still the same as it was from Rocky Top Open. If you're looking for video footage without commentary and you probably don't know what's going on, Rocky Top Open footage is the place to be. Look, I don't listen to it enough to actually care. And I can't put anything else on at the moment for fear of copyright strikes. So it looks like they're trying to get the stuff back up and going here. See who had a copy of the game saved. B's admitting that his computer is the one who caused the issue here, not Steam. Oh, that's nice to know. Now, if I could just get this welcome message to disappear. B's still loading in here. And we're back. And the boot we have received again. So while we're waiting on this to come back alive, let's do some shenanigans. Legion HQ. If you're looking for a good deal on some tokens, go check out the fine folks at Recon Specialist Tokens on Etsy. Recon Tokens. You can use the code RECSPEC15 for 15% off of your next order. Go check out Patrick and Padre over there at Recon Tokens. They'll get you squared away and taken care of. They are a proud supporter of the stream, and I'd like to keep them that way. And while we're waiting here, do apologize, folks, but this is technical difficulties outside of my control. Alright, so we're going to go through and map out what I have in units for Legion at this moment. They may be working some stuff out on the back end here. So Krugar, I just added up rebels. Units, no heavies whatsoever. I'm at 3,000 points in rebels. And it is 46 activations for everything I own in rebels. Um, I mean, we can take a brief scroll through it here. There's no missing commanders, no missing operatives. I am stacked in every core unit you can get. I have 6 rebel troopers, only have 4 painted. I just picked up a second unit into rebel vets earlier in the month of May. For the record, I feel like this is kind of insane. And if I was to buy a second land speeder, air speeder, and another unit of Clan Ren, I would own max for slot of everything except vets and fleets. There's 3 Wookiees, 3 Tauntauns, 3 FD laser cannons, 2 buses because the buses. The ATST was fun back in the day. You know what? Let's see what the old Empire list comes up with. Callus, Vader, Krennic, Palp, Veers, Iden, Officer, Operative. We don't get those guys. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Most of my Empire has at least 2 colors on it, so 2. A lot of it has 3 plus. I haven't been playing it as much, so I haven't focused my paint time to it yet. Alright, so we're going to jump back in here and hope that the internet problems for bees has been squared away this evening. And just like the McRib, we're back. Hopefully not for a limited time. Luke pulling the Commander Mortar out of the bag. Seeing what it can do. And I'm sitting at 3,500 points in Empire Krugar. No kit. Mortar, 1 for 2 suppression to the red shores here. I think Bees is going to activate a mortar here and potentially shoot at some box. The droids is the closest army I have to being fully painted and fully based. And I painted most of that army in a session, 12 hours one day while playing Halo with my friends that evening. But when you cheat your paint by base coating it all in this same rattle can, it kind of works out. All right, B's activating the mortar. Oh, trip blanks. Spins a name token. Blanks into blanks. The problem with mortars. Who's still hanging out with us this evening? See a good crowd hanging out in chat. Who all's managed to get lucky and score some of the clear red and clear white dice from one of these big events? And with the TTS crash, we have lost chess clocks for the evening. Ah, man, I got some from Rocky Top, and I turned around and literally gave them to my kid. And with my kid being the youngest player at Rocky Top, he had an absolute blast. All right, Luke Cook pulling out some Imperial Special Forces here. Looks like he's pulling out a 5-man squad. Purple down here. Seeing where Vader has range to get to here. If he pops burst, he could get into the box. But I'm not sure that burst would be worth it to just get into these box over here. Of course, move, saber. There is no saber throw. There is the force throw. 2 black and move everybody around. Yeah, the old regionals they did at the same time they released all that, and they gave you the alt arts at the time of the new release of those units. That was amazing. I wound up with like 3 sets of the alt arts because I had a run of top 5 regional finishes and still didn't get a world's invite. Missed it by one spot like 3 separate times. All right, Luke activating the true ISF here, Inferno Squad. Did you? Very nice, Krugar. Very nice. One of these days, I'll get lucky enough to get a decent run at one of these events. You know, I just got to get a decent run and not find, I don't know, 6HH 12 Stormtroopers in round 1. You know, that just kind of makes you feel bad when you're playing a whole bunch of armor and your opponent's going, yep, I attacked for the anti-armor. I'll probably go to Worlds as a judge, because that'll be the only way I get to go. Alright, we got a full ISF squad shooting into the red shores. See 2 crits, 2 surges, no aim tokens, 4 dice coming in, 4 crits. 5 total. Bees, looks like he loses the whole squad. No, he saved 3. My fault. Save 3, lose 2, leaving a 2-man squad behind. Worlds coming soon. Trademarked, registered, copyright. Yeah. I think that's the correct there, right? B's doing some measuring, see if he can't get Vader out and use force blast to bring the rest of that ISF squad out a little closer. Krennic getting his order token. You know, that single Rainbow Pierce 1 isn't a bad little gun. Sad part is, it's just a single rainbow. But I've shot worse. I've shot the Insult Blaster on the Rebel ATRT and gotten the kill. Alright, Krennic to some box. Cover 1. Single rainbow. Give this man a crit for some Pierce 1. For those of y'all just joining us, we're in round 2. We're playing a game of payload. Roll out with some clear conditions. And it's Iden triple shore, triple mortar, bikes, ISF. Or it's Iden double shore, double mortar, bikes, ISF. With B's playing Krennic, Vader. 3 shores, 3 mortars, 3 dewbacks. And at the rate this game's going, we're looking at a 1 a.m. special before we're out of here. Luke dragging some ISF up, see if they can get another pop shot and potentially finish off a squad. And ISF rolling them up, getting a shot. Holy moly. 3 crits, a surge, 2 hits. Gonna spend a name token to re-roll some stuff here. Looks like a black and a white on the re-roll. Yeah, bees losing to trooper bodies here is painful. And I'm pretty sure that just wiped Red Squad off the table. So bees is now down Red Squad, one out of orange, and the dewback. So bees' trooper count is starting to hurt just a little bit. Um, he does have the better part of two squads fairly well hidden here. Um, so he don't do it, bees. Don't do it. Don't put them out in the open. Yeah, you take away fingers and you can't score the objective. Because Luke, next turn, move, shoot out of the blue box around the backside of this building, and can probably do a good chunk of change of damage to Krennic on his way by, which will get rid of. Krennic probably has 1 and 2 pips in Bees' hand. Ouch. Bees' dice letting him down with a single hit there. So we got Luke pulling out some shores here, getting them slightly better positioned. And it looks like a move standby out of those guys. Bees is currently down on points destroyed, so he's going to have to make something happen. Let's see, Bees looking through the rules reference here again. And the purple bike here sitting at 2 wounds. Looks like Bees is trying to figure out what to do with this mortar here. Move him up, standby. Better yet, what's left that could possibly trigger the standby. Because I see a lot of stuff that's gone. You got some ISF that hasn't gone yet. A mortar. Pretty sure those guys have gone. Core, special forces, special forces. Commander. Bike. And Bees just winds up taking an aim standby with that mortar. Instead of getting him in a slightly better position, he winds up just passing the activation. Alright, Luke going for some purple shores, hiding back in the back. Bees giving the old range check. So it looks like Luke is sending those guys back to potentially defend the point that Bees has got to go after with these twin towers back here. I think the dewbacks, they're a little out of place to ever crash Bees' lines for sure. Alright, we got a clock's paused here. So Bees is going to spur, mow down two of his own guys here. That's twice he's just, he's going to mow down a whole bunch of his own guys. Definitely going to get two of Orange Squad, giving them yet another suppression, which could be very harmful here in the near future. This isn't Commander Vader we're playing with, so suppression is a thing. And of course, Luke throwing them out to where he can shoot at them. Bees has been his own worst enemy in this game. Bees throwing the dewback. One crit. Does that weapon have the crit too? So there's two crits, three crits coming in. Luke saves one, takes two. So another bike gone. All right, I think from here, Bees is going to have to deal with trooper units. And I'm not sure. Luke getting his last ISF unit here. Which this time happens to be Inferno Squad. So does B send orange after the bomb cart, or does he send yellow? At this point, I'd probably send yellow and Krennic with bomb cart and say, "Run, boys, run." We're getting ready to go into turn 3. We're nearing the bottom of the round. Bees has 2 tokens in the stack. Luke has 1. Purple bike's down to 2 wounds left total. And looks like Gideon is relocating. So looks like ISF throwing some shots at the orange shores that Bees run over. Heavy cover due to suppression in the smoke token. Shakes them up, throws them around. 3 crits, a hit, and 2 surges. Holy moly. That is a full house incoming to Bees, down to 4, for a complete blank out, wiping the squad. Bees is now down 2 full squads and a dewback. This game just got a whole lot more interesting for Bees. He is no longer just on the back foot. He is being run over. Luke rolling crits as usual is a thing. Orange dewback with a single wound. Yeah, I'm almost with you on that one, Velo. Dewback manages to remove a suppression. I think at this point, the dewback's got to move, shoot, hopefully finish off the bike. Yeah, Spur's the right choice here as well. Because Bees is slowly but surely running out of fingers to move the bomb cart. Is it unit leaders or trooper unit leaders? Because that's kind of critical. And it's just friendly unit leaders, it's not troopers. So the dewbacks can move the cart, but I'd much rather have the dewbacks in my enemy's line so I can go ahead and be munching up some trooper units. Bees needs a hot die roll here. There's a crit. He needs at least one more crit out of this. Does not get it, so he won't wipe the bike squad. And Luke saves out of it anyway. That was definitely not good for bees. He probably loses yellow squad and some dewbacks here in the near future, leaving him with mortars, Krennic, and Vader. And depending on how aggressive Luke gets to the box next turn and where Krennic winds up at, could wipe Krennic off the board. Krennic over here between the mortar and the dewback. Luke, go ahead and start the moving process on a mortar to get it in a slightly better position. I don't play enough payload, is what this boils down to, if I don't know the card that well. Making sure that the bomb cart has a place it can land safely. No, but, you know, Luke likes to roll crits, so. And I agree with you. Luke had the list advantage here. And honestly, Luke has just outplayed Bees here quite a bit. And with this Vader move that gets him just outside of range of where he wants to be to bring stuff closer to Vader. I mean, I understand why Bees isn't getting aggressive with Vader here, but I think he has to. Take a brief look at the Vader card here. Yep, still has Relentless. So the move, shoot is still a thing. Looks like a dodge shoot here. A dodge move shoot. One crit and a hit. And that's another wound on the bike. Leaving it at 1. End of the round. Round 2 was definitely a swing in the game. Luke moving a bomb cart. Across the map it goes. Where it stops, only Luke knows. Luke trying to do some measuring here. And it looks like Bees has flipped his cart. I wonder if he's flipped his table yet. Bees seems like he's been a little indecisive in how he wants to play this, and deploying his dewbacks behind all of his trooper units has really set them behind the curve. Because I feel like they probably could have engaged turn 2 had they been in a better position at the end of turn 1. Maybe that's just me, but that's what it feels like. And as far as command cards go, we got new ways to motivate them. So we're gonna motivate some dewbacks versus tax strike. New ways dues are a thing, and a good one at that. Is B's gonna have to chase down a bomb cart with mortars? Vader, move. Move, move. I'm shocked that he's not going to shoot these guys, force push these guys into base contact with him. There we go. He's going to bring some shores out here. And hits the one special forces, brings the other in base contact off of push. Yep, there was no standby, but and which at this point Luke can activate this ISF unit, withdraw, and then the rest of his army can just shoot at Vader here. And I think if Bees loses Vader here. He probably just scoops and concedes. Choke pulling the heavy out of the ISF squad. That's kind of huge. And what's Luke gonna do here? All right, I want to take a moment and rant here for a moment. If a mini won't fit flat on the table, it's not a legal position. What about this unit leader here, or this Inferno Squad mini, was a legal cohesion on this airspeeder? It was laying way past a 45-degree angle. At what point is that a legal position for a mini? Sorry, it's one of those TTS things that just pisses me off. I got called at a tournament here recently for placing an FD cannon at the top of in the top of a set of trees. Why? Because the guy didn't feel like the Eye of Sauron shouldn't exist. And one crit, 2 hits, and a surge. There's a couple aim tokens to be found. Gonna re-roll a red and a black. And we got more paint to be seen. And Marksman's one up to a crit. So we've got a 7-pack coming in. Down to 5 after cover. Save 2, lose 3. Unless there's a surge token to be found somewhere. Nope. Orange dewback now sitting at 5. No, 6 because of Pierce. Luke turned on some lethal. So that is another dewback down. Bees is now down 4 activations. Cook has only lost 1. Oof. This game is definitely taking a turn for the worse for Bees. I think Yellow needs to play it safe here, and instead of shooting at stuff, run behind this building and get set up for the next turn. Yep. 4 black for a crit and a hit. And they get the kill on the bike. I didn't see an aim token, so it looks like they're going to move. And they are playing a game of run, run, run directly towards Luke's army. I've played some of it. The best defense dice is one that's never rolled. All right, Luke going with ISF here. There's a withdraw action. And here we go with some of the more of that really wacko placings. There we go. Core unit, looks like it's going to be a mortar. And there was a yellow dude forgotten about in the forest over here. B's pulling a mortar out, trying to finish off a bike. Does not get anything off of the first shot. Gets one crit through, which is all he really needs. Luke fails a save. Goodbye, bike. No. It is now back to 2 wounds. I thought it was at 2 already. Okay. So Dell has went ahead and repaired it. Mortar to the yellow shores. Nothing. Spins a name. Nothing into nothing. White dice doing just white dice things. Coming soon to a t-shirt shop near you. B's putting a mortar into the bike to try to finish it off. Does not succeed. Luke going to the stack, pulls a bike. Going to go ahead and activate. So this is move, shoot. And can potentially see mortar or Krennic and get shots into it. Single rainbow is a thing. Bees, I think you might be better off just pulling Krennic back if you can go that way for the shot. Instead of going around the front of the building, bringing back around the back so you're not filling Krennic full of laser bolts from behind. Well, from in front. Bike taking a pop shot at Vader before it drives away. Getting 2 into him. Krennic gonna reach out and put some shots into the ISF that he choked the heavy out of. With a little bit of careful repositioning, looks like he's got a shot on a different squad. Nope, he's going to take the shot on the original squad that he was looking at. So Krennic single rainbow into the ISF squad right there. Does Krennic have any sharpshooter? Sharpshooter 1. So it's going to be heavy down to light. potential to probably pick up 2 models here, depending on dice. And instead of getting greedy with it, Bees, remember, man, that man's in a t-shirt. Don't make him take shots. He takes shots, I take shots. I take shots, we don't have a cast the rest of the game. Single rainbow, crit hit. So at least one dude dies here off of the crit. Other one goes away to suppression. And now we're up to the next contestant on who does Luke kill next. Vader sitting on a surge wound. Luke going for a rally roll, misses it. Getting those guys out of dodge before they get filled full of too many more laser bolts. But the biggest thing that's going to hurt bees from here is going to be the overall lack of activations at the end of this game, because he is down 3 activations compared to Luke at this point. So it looks like Vader saves one, takes one. Nope, spent the surge, does not take any. So what does Luke have left over here? 2 tokens in the stack. He's got a mortar and a shore trooper squad left. Plus another unit of shores over here. Alright, so Dewback coming out from its hidey hole. He's gonna spur it twice for the double suppression, I think. Nope. Move, free reposition. Yeah. Not gonna spur the second time though. I think if I was him, I'd shoot these shores that hadn't activated yet. One coming in to the bike. The bike fails it, so he gets the purple bikes out of here. So Vader's going to have to do some serious work these next couple of turns. Luke activates purple shore troopers, aim shoot into Vader. Full house. No aim needed. Vader takes a wound. B's bringing a mortar out, double moved, to get it in position to chase down a bomb cart. Luke pulling out another unit of pulling another core trooper token, and it is the blue shores at the bottom. Looks like they're going to shoot at Vader here. Light cover. 2 crits and a hit, or a crit and 2 hits. Down to 1. Vader takes a wound. No, that is not a surge. That is a defend. So Vader's sitting at 2 and has absorbed a whole bunch of fire from Luke's army. Bikes are going to take their insult blaster shot on the way by. 3 crits into Vader. Oh boy. Vader saves 2, takes 1. And now the bikes drive away for the ultimate in insults. Krugar, I'm not using Streamlabs, so none of that is working for me. Vader does have Into the Fray. And Aiden's going to take a shot into Vader with an E11. Gets a crit out of it. Marksman's another one. Vader blanks out. Stacks up some wounds. Stacks up a little bit more suppression. And that was kind of a painful one there for Vader. Vader is sitting at 5 wounds. He had like 3 surges and has spent every last one of them on defense. And with that being said, that is the end of 3. Bomb carts are moving. Luke's going to have to chase his down, it looks like, a little bit. Bees is going to have to chase his down as well. Bees has got a command card out already, putting Luke on the clock. So that tack strike wasn't as good as it could have been. And our command cards are Ambush versus Implacable. That was critical, very critical here for Bees to win the roll off. And he gets it. He gets there. So Vader had 6 suppression at the end of the round. Down to 5, goes for the rally. Oh no, Vader is suppressed, gets 1 action. Still has 4 suppression on him at the end of it. So this is painful. Very painful. What do you do in Bees' shoes here? You move, mulch up a mortar, choke out a heavy, if there's a heavy left to choke. Yeah, there's still a heavy left in the purple squad to choke out. Yeah, I think the standby's the. I'm honestly shocked he didn't go for the choke on purple here. Well, he'll still be in range to get the choke. The mortar, just about everything here is in push range outside of maybe blue on the shores. ISF is in push. Purple's in. Oh, everything's in push range, even blue. So move, base these guys. Relentless. 6 die. There's 5. Down to 4. Save 1, 2 surges. And it is lose 2. Choke out the heavy, the T21. Goodbye. Choke has done just as much work as Vader has this game. Fight me. Yeah, I don't know that Vader taking a wound here is good. Is it only Master of the Force 1, or is he Master of the Force 2? So Vader does not have push active at the moment. This is probably the end of Vader. Yeah, I was kind of shocked about that as well, Doc. Push not being up was the kind of the ultimate in finales there. So Bees is going to put a shot into the purple ISF here. I see one crit, aim token into a hit, goes away to cover. There's one coming in, they save out of it. Add a suppression. ×2. Yeah, I was shocked push wasn't up, but choke was. Shores shooting at Vader. One going in, goes away to cover, stacks a suppression. And Dewback coming out to play is in charge range. And I think if I'm Bees here, I probably hit the blue shores because they're the closest thing to the bomb cart. 3 red, 3 white going in for 3. Looks like save 1, take 2. And he hit the purple ISF unit here. Wasn't enough out of the dewback there. So going with a green ISF, shooting at Vader for 1, saves it, stacks yet another suppression on him. You know, Luke may not kill Vader here, but he'll stack him up enough on suppression that he won't want to go anywhere. All right. B's bringing the boys in yellow out and about. See if they can't get a double move here to get them into chase range on a bomb cart without taking too many shots in return. I think he has to chase them at this point with a bomb cart. And move shoot is not the answer here. It is move to get those guys out of the line of fire so they don't get shot at. Yeah, Vader's target with number 1, but if Vader goes down, move shoot, shooting at the blue shores. Round and round they go. Where they stop, nobody knows. 1 going in, looks like they take a suppression. And 2 coming in. Bees fails both. Krennic now has 2 suppressions and a couple of wound tokens to boot. All right, Bees pulling a mortar. Its job here is double move. I don't think he has anybody in arc in its current position. Yeah, you can get the pivot shoot, but then you don't get the move. Goes with a different mortar. Gonna go ahead and shoot at the unactivated blue shores. 3 watts. Shake them up around the go. There's a crit. Reroll for 2 crits. You know, that's 2 crits and 2 blanks for Luke. So that is now a half a shore squad. Bees has left a lot of half-finished units on the table. There's 2 minis dead in each ISF squad, and 2 members out of the Inferno squad dead, 2 members out of a Shore Trooper squad, but he hasn't been able to finish anything. Krennic takes another wound and 2 more suppression here. He's at 4 suppression, 2 wounds. Bees doesn't really get an option here. He's pulled yet another core token. B's seeing what he's got, see if he has control of this bomb card or not. There's one crit, no aim token, one save, two more suppression on the Blue Shores. And at the current time, they are above their commander's threshold of 2 and doubled. So the rally roll for those guys is going to be critical, or else they're panicking straight off the board edge. I don't quite think they get there though. Auden, I'm pretty sure she aims and shoots at Vader here. 3 white with marksman's not bad. Does not matter about Pierce. There's a clock's paused, some discussion going on. Trying to see what's going on here. Auden taking a move. She has to double move here to get in range of the bomb cart. And that looks like he got Auden just in range 1 there on a double move. So Bees has forced Luke's hand into a couple of decisions here. Krennic rallies, pulls 3 of 4 off. What a roll. And, Krennic could. I don't think there's much left that can shoot at Krennic here. Krennic runs up and can stop the bomb cart here if he really wanted to. That would be an interesting one if Krennic was to run up here to stop the bomb cart. Yeah, he could single move shoot, and looks like he can shoot at Auden here. Because unless these shores rally, and they got to rally too, they panic. Bomb cart's currently range 3 away from the scoring position. And I think if this bomb cart doesn't move, Luke loses a game. The purple unit leader's out of position. The Dewback counts. Auden counts. Krennic. Bikes are out. These two mortars can easily cover this point back here. I'm honestly shocked that he's not going after the stop on the bomb cart here. Because if you stop the cart, your cart's in scoring position, his is not. Yeah, you probably sacrificed Krennic for the cause, but there's probably a reason why Bees is playing, and I am not. And then Krennic takes a standby. Pulls one off on the shores, and I believe they panic. Yep. Who says that suppression doesn't matter? Bees kind of proved it there. Now those guys, remove one to get down to 3. We'll have, depending on the rally roll, so the bike's going to come around the bend here. You know what? I'm going to go do some clipping on this. Yep. Bikes poke their head around the building, shoot at Krennic. I think Krennic should have the ability to trigger a standby here. Bikes go in for 3, 4, 5. Down to 3. Krennic stacks on 2 more wounds. Goodbye, standby. So Krennic is now at 4 of 6. And that the ISF engaged with the dewback. Rally 1. They're going to withdraw. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. And that now gets him 2 on that bomb cart instead of the 1 that he had. End of the round, turn 4, here we come. We'll see where the bomb carts go, but they both should be close to range 2 here. Alright, here we go with some command cards. It is Vader's Might and Pulse Scan. Roll off. Luke gets the roll. Luke loses the roll. Giving B's first opportunity to act here. Vader's sitting at 5 suppression. Most likely the first thing to go here. Aim, reposition, move, attack with the dewbacks to finish off his purple ISF. But first things first, Vader is up. And Vader's kit is currently push. Choke is tapped. So it looks like he's going to push this unit away with Vader's Might. Push another unit away with push. Engage purple. To see how many of those guys he can kill. So it looks like Luke got lucky and didn't take any damage off of that. Now he's forcing Iden to chase the bomb cart down. Or is he just going to engage Iden? Nope. He's going to engage purple. Law of averages here. Full house of 6. No aim token needed. I think there's enough Pierce that this is a dead squad. And then you pull Iden into base contact with you. There you go. Alright, so it looks like Luke's fixing to go to the stack. Pulls a core unit out. Looks like he's going to go ahead, activate a mortar, shoot at Krennic. I think Krennic is range 2. Seeing where it can double move to. Nope, I'm going to activate purple shores here. And if you're Luke, do you go for the block? Or do you go to try to get to your bomb cart? Those guys seem to be out of position to get there. Rally roll, fails a roll, so they are one action sallies. So it's a single move behind the tower so they don't get shot at anymore. And B's ready to push again, not choke. Since there's a lot less heavies there, it's understandable. Vader with Into the Fray should have gained a surge token there. But it looks like he did not. And B's making sure that these yellow guys do their job. They're going to go hang out with the bomb cart. They're going to stay safe, out of sight, out of sound. There we go. Luke Cook pulling out a ISF token. Down to the light blue or aqua 3-man squad. And they're going to run. You're going to jump across pipes here. And then jump across the speeder. And it looks like they're going to try and go for the stop. So I think Krennic needs to activate in the very near future. This mortar, I feel that it should double move to go ahead and get caught up. There you go. And it looks like we've managed to break TTS yet again this evening. There we go. One move. Two move. Just gets there. And Luke pulls a support token out of the bag. That would be the box. Compulsory aim shoot. And probably go ahead and try and finish off Krennic. The dewback isn't wounded. Looks like a box going to take a shot. Krennic sitting at 5. What exactly was the order of operations there? Because it looks like it was done a little funny. Dewback. Aim, reposition, charge into Iden. I mean, what do you feel like you got the better chance at killing here? Hang a left and take out a mortar, which very well could save Krennic's life. The mortar doesn't get there. And Bees could have took advantage of a reposition there, which he did. And Luke blanks. There goes a bike. And will that dewback potentially stop Luke's cart from moving this turn? I think with where it's positioned, it prevents it from getting there. And did he put the suppression on it for spur? So it looks like as the evening has gotten later, the players have gotten sloppier. That's what I was thinking, F21. It's kind of one of those where I wished I had table audio. As we've gotten a little bit later in the evening, nearing the midnight hour on the East Coast, who all's hanging out with us in chat still? I enjoy seeing all these first-time chats I'm seeing in chat. Appreciate each and every one of yous. For those that are in chat, I'm going to be doing a drawing at the end of the night. Unadvertised giveaway from the captain. I've got a handful of shot glasses left over that have not been able to be passed out accordingly at big events. So if you want a chance at a shot glass, drop me a comment in the chat because everybody who's chatted tonight is automatically entered for a chance to win a shot glass from the captain and the fine folks at the 82nd Legion, which is grand total of 3 of us at the current point in time. 4 if we include the kid. Two mortars left for Luke to go here. Auden, even on a withdrawal, doesn't get within range of the bomb cart here. Mortar v. Mortar hate crime coming soon. 1 reroll, 1. And it fails. Mortar to Krennic for nothing. Just a single suppression. Krennic running around with 3 suppressions stacked up. He's almost knee deep. B's pulling yet another core trooper out of the stack. Looks like he's got a mortar. Mortar to mortar. Yeah, mortar to mortar. I think this time he can only hit the aqua mortar here. Auden or Luke measuring out a way to use Auden to kill Krennic here potentially. Could. I mean, getting rid of the bike pretty much cements the game for Bees at this point, I think. I really do think that he needs to get Krennic over here with the rest of the rest of these 3. But they're going to have to move and take some shots next turn and potentially kill some people. Vader needs to keep Auden tied up the next turn at least without dying. Mortar to mortar shot coming in, 1 going through. Mortar saves it. 2 suppression. Suppressive. Keywords that used to matter a lot that mean very little. Alright, here we go. Auden getting her turn, her time to shine. Withdraw, running away from Vader. And it looks like there's only a unit of shores with a potential shot left at Vader here, because everybody else around him is gone. And there's one mortar, but Vader is most likely out of arc of the mortar. So if Vader survives the turn, activates push, and throws Iden back where she came from. Or even better yet, closer to these pipes over here. Krennic rallies 2, keeps 1, gets both actions. Huge for Krennic here. Wait a minute. Oh, shooting the standby off Iden. It's beautiful. There's the suppression needed for the standby to go away. Does not care about anything else at this point. And then Krennic, yep. I mean, he's got to go where he's got to go. Preventing Iden from getting over there and causing havoc in the rest of his backfield at this point. So what Vader should do is move over here, take out this mortar, pull Iden into him. And I was going to say this would probably be the prime place for choke, but it is not ready. Luke gets a rally. I think they're talking some stuff out here. And double move mortar. Double move mortar. Vader with his little token stack that he's managed to carry for a couple of turns now. And I don't think the mortar gets him in range. Yep, mortar got him in range 1, so it'll at least prevent the cart from moving instead of bees having control of the cart and pulling it back away from the score. So what's Luke going to do with these shores here? Because Luke does have a couple activations. That get to go after Bees has activated everything, because Bees is down on the activation count right now. He's lost 2 full shores, 2 dewbacks, and he's only managed to wipe 2 bikes and a squad of ISF from Mr. Cook. Nope, the bike's in range, so it'll actually be 2-1, and Luke gets to move the cart here. I don't think there's a legal placement for that dude. Just barely. You can make it hang a dead left there, Krugar. Dead left is just the equivalent of moving it back in his situation. Yeah, that's what I seen there. Throwing the 1 black at Krennic for nothing. Crit fishing at its finest. Alright, so I would have played that wrong. Appreciate that, guys. Alright, we are going to turn 6. Are they keeping victory points somewhere that I'm not seeing? I'm sure we'll figure it out here in just a moment. No, I really haven't played much payload. Probably 3 games total. It was in my battle deck at Rocky Top, and I didn't even have the payload carts with me. You only score at the end. Gotcha. So Vader needs to get over here and do some work and pull some guys back away from this cart to where they can't get to it. Even potentially engage them to prevent them from getting there. Move, push these guys away, engage Blue ISF. Both of these mortars, with a little bit of luck, probably kill the bike. You know, that was Cherokee Open for me, but I managed to borrow some barricades from Ryan so I didn't have to buy some. That, and there was none to be bought that day at the event. I've been to 2 major Legion events and not had to buy stuff day of. Uh, One of the very first tournaments I ever went to in Atlanta for a Rally Point qualifier back when they was called that. Got there only to realize that my battle deck was missing. So somebody was pretty cool enough to loan me the core set cards I needed and had to buy second priority supplies that day. Uh, the see January 2020 up at Sci-Fi City in Knoxville. On the way there, realized that all I have is an army. in order tokens. There is there's no dice, no movement tools, no nothing with me. Vader rallies 3 off on the suppression count and has a standby. Or had a standby. We had some deploy the garrison there. Well, I wound up buying a core set that day and a pack of dice because that was the only way to get everything I needed. My battle deck changed day of. I go 2-1 and finish third. I'm going to try and get the killing blow in here on Krennic. Nope. ISF going to try and get in range 1 of the bomb cart here. B's mapping out what does what. Gideon needs to take 2 wounds off the yellow shores as they poke their head around the corner. B's looking for his way out. Pull the ISF in so they can't. Yep. Push ISF. Base them with Vader. Vader, double move, engage purple. Swinging 6 red, no aims. For 4. I think with Pierce here, he wipes the squad. Yes, gets the squad wipe. And then pulls the ISF into him on a speed 1. So on the disengage, they don't get back in range 1 of the cart, leaving just 1 squad over there. And the mortar plus the 4-man unit that's there should get the job done. So it looks like Luke can get a maximum of 2 there. Dewback with a standby. So the mortar's going for the double move. core unit. Yep, go ahead and move them and shoot Gideon in the open. I think it's a pretty smart move here. Because if you kill Gideon, too bad the mortar has to double move here. Gets one into Gideon out of the two needed. Gideon fails the save, takes a wound. Wait a minute, did they surge? Gotcha. Alright, odd and activating. Now both of these mortars here could pivot and run this way. And that could very well potentially stop this bomb cart. Because I think it's just outside of range 1 as it is. Alright, going to back up and bite at the mortar. Gets 4. And this is just a standby. 3 saves. Mortar takes a wound. Ouch. But it is engaged in melee. That's kind of critical because that will stop that. Its disengage can only go backwards at this point in time. Alright, so it looks like Bees has pulled the dewback back. And I think it's going to take another bite at the mortar here. With a name token this time, maybe? Krennic finally bit the dust. I think they're talking it out here. No, don't shoot the bike. Double move, get over here and block. Come on, Bees. Yeah, but I understand he's got to get rid of the bike. And that you're really putting a lot of hope in that dewback finishing off that mortar here, too. I think these two mortars need to pivot and double move this way. At least one of them gets there, I believe. It's a giant maybe. All right, Luke going with a two-man squad of Shores down here. They were suppressed, so they just take a move to where they won't die. Saving points. Krugar, this is turn 6. We are nearing the end of the game. Yep, and I don't think the mortar got there, or did it? That mortar just barely got there. Yep, that mortar got there. So that is 1, potentially 2 with a dewback. All right, let's see what happens with this mortar here. Dewback isn't gonna die. Dodge standby out of the mortar. Can't get shot at, so it won't lose a standby. Now this other mortar can shoot at this bike and pray for 3 crits. Somebody's dice is bound to do it on a mortar here in a moment. Bees pulls mortar token, double move activation. So Bees is trying to measure out dewback to ISF here. Why? I think with a dewback you bite the mortar and hope that you get the kill. Because you can use the dewback to body block. Yeah, he is definitely behind on points at this rate. He's only killed a squad of Shores, 1 full ISF, 2 full bikes. Yeah, he is way down on points because he's lost Krennic, 2 full Shores, and 2 dewbacks at this point. I just don't know if this cart's in range 1. No, cart is not currently in range 1 of the scoring position for Luke. What he could do here is move standby the mortar here. Get it in range where when this guy triggers his standby, he can trigger his and shoot him. Well, Vader needed to pull some units away from this bomb cart over here, or else it was going to get real rough for him. 3 coming in, save 2, take 1. And saves it with a surge token. We're going to have the Great Mortar Showdown here. Yeah, I think bees can safely move the dewback to where it's just touching range 1 and block the mortar from getting there, because the mortar can't move through the dewback. In which at that point, B stops the cart. I don't know why Bees is worried about points right here if he can stop Luke from moving his cart. Because both carts aren't going to move. That's what it is. Yep. All right, give me just a moment here. Was there any judges watching? Because they're discussing where the bomb cart was at last turn, and where it's currently at is too far forward. That much I do remember. It feels like it was further back. So give me just a moment. We're debating where Luke Cook's bomb cart was, to whether it was in range 1 or range 2. So I am sending them a picture real quick. All right. So we're correcting Luke's bomb cart at the moment because they're thinking it got bumped down here. Uh, which, if there's a TTS dev, that might be a good reason to put a lock button on the bomb carts. And it looks like we've had a judge join the chat here with Nima. Give me just a moment. I'm going to jump in and kind of listen to what's going on.
Asking if there was someone who would watch the stream, because if Luke like didn't move it correctly, he made a mistake. That's a lot different than like a glitch.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so Luke had moved it on turn 5 probably, and like it ended up
Yeah.
at a spot where you thought it was at range 1.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so you moved it. Did you check the measurement after you moved it?
I don't think either of us did. I know I didn't bother because my cart's right over here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it kind of sucks, but we kind of have to go with what the actual position is.
Well,
Yeah. I wouldn't know where to place it beyond that, right? So we could. I don't know if the stream is being recorded or anything, but we could review it afterward and see if we could check that way. But if there's no way of making a measurement on the stream, that's not going to give us any better information. So I think we unfortunately going to play it exactly as it lies.
all right. See you guys. Thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. He didn't see. Is he gone?
Yeah, I think he just quit out of the game and quit. I mean, Luke was getting pissed because my rally rolls were really hot, and yeah, I mean, I think he probably, if that bomb cart would have been at range 1, he probably wins in points, or at least it's very, very close. So I think that's why he's pissed.
Sure. Yeah. And I mean, you gotta after you move, if you gotta make important measurements when they matter, right?
Yeah, and that's like that's the whole thing.
Timestamp 255. Is that when Luke had made the move?
I don't know.
See if I can find the stream.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he's got.
Guys,
I mean, like, I don't want to be a dick.
Sure. Yeah, I mean,
Hey,
there's.
Captain.
good evening.
Are you
Hey,
streaming right now, or is the stream dead?
The stream is still currently live. Because I wasn't sure what the end result is, I actually just kind of stepped in to listen to the judge call live and muted myself, so it was nothing but table audio at that moment.
Okay.
Okay. So can you tell, like, what happened with Luke's cart? Was it just a bad movement by him, or was this like, was it actually in range? Glitched?
Let me see if I can go back and look at that real quick. Because I did not have a live copy of my stream pulled up. I had posted a screenshot um, from that. I know it wasn't the best of angles, but it was also stuff that passes in TTS that wouldn't pass on a real table.
Right. Yeah, and that position that he showed here, where the bomb cart was before the move, it looked a little bit suspect, to be honest. Unless that was just like he just threw it there to kind of show where it kind of was.
I feel really crappy because I think Luke wins on point. If that bomb cart is at range 1 and Luke didn't make him it feels crappy to win on a mistake like that. Like if that's especially since Luke is pissed about it. Like I don't.
Yeah.
You know.
Captain, what's your Twitch handle?
Twitch.tv/82nd Legion.
Okay, cool.
And I apologize, I'm having a hard time backing up my live stream to that particular
No
point in
worries.
time. I will save this VOD, but I will not upload it to YouTube as of right now.
Okay.
And until a final result is made on this game.
Sure. Is there any way that
Well,
we
I
can
think
review it?
Quit in a huff. Yeah.
Any way to review it? I'm trying to figure it out as we go. I apologize.
Okay.
Well, once you quit the Twitch stream, won't it then be posted where we can rewatch it?
Yeah, it'll be on my Twitch channel for 14 days before it's deleted, and I'm actually going to hard save a copy of this one.
Okay.
Cool.
So how about we do this? Let's tally up points. Well, I don't know. Nima, I'll let you decide how to do this.
Sure. Yeah. Why don't
But
we?
people on the stream, if I win this way, I feel like this is a shitty way to win. Just gonna put that out there on the stream right now.
Yeah, we're not live on the stream now, are we?
I am actually about to wrap up. Guys, with everything going on, I think there's not going to be much of a post game this evening. I do want to thank everybody for watching. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. Guys, be looking for a message from me in the near future for whoever wins the shot glass. Till next time, have a good evening. This has been the 82nd Legion.